Well, now I want to start the show tonight really with the first segment on HO scale modeling. You know that we've broken it down. We're focused on one scale uh, for a segment for the different shows each month. And tonight we have two segments that we're doing: HO and O scale. The first one is HO scale modeling, and we have a sponsor for that, Mainline Hobby Supply.
Mainline Hobby Supply is your one-stop store for model trains in G, O, S, HO, N and Z scales, including locomotives, rolling stock, track, train sets, and more to help build your model railroad. We are the largest model railroad shop in the area, and we carry a wide range of model railroad supplies across scales. Our friendly staff is always available to help with your modeling needs and to special order anything you may require. Mainline Hobby Supply is in southern Pennsylvania, halfway between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. We are only an hour away from Baltimore, and we are easy to get to from the 70, 81, 83, and 270 freeways. Plan to stop by on your next trip through Pennsylvania. Mainline Hobby Supply also has an online store that can cater to your modeling needs wherever you are located. With our large inventory, fixed shipping costs, friendly and knowledgeable service and prompt shipping, consider Mainline Hobby Supply for your next online order. Use the QR code to access our online store.
And we have a host for this segment of HO scale modeling, Ed O'Rourke. Ed, welcome. You're muted, Ed.
That should do it.
There you
Okay.
go.
And so we're going to resume where we left off last month. We're talking about using different models that are available at train shows, at and white elephant tables and things like that. Not for what they are, but for what you can do with them. So let me share my screen. And here we are. And let's see, where's the, I think, is that right? Yeah, okay. We got as far as the New Haven station. Now the real New Haven station is a Beaux-Arts structure built in the early 1900s. And I had to have this in my station area. The station is obviously a big part of that. But there were no kits that I know of available for it, and it was I didn't have a good sense of really enough of a plan of it to try and scratch build it someday maybe. So I settled on the Bachman department store, combining two of the kits together, which you can kind of see here. This is there's a 3-section part and a 4-section part of this. The side that you see here is the 4-section part, and then the 3-section part. So it was meant to sit on a corner as the department store. On my first layout, it was a flat against the wall. When I moved and built my second layout, I needed it to be in a corner, as you can see here. But it's still a flat. My layout was kind of an island. So I backed it up with some plywood and attached it to the outside of the layout, to the front edge of the layout, which you can kind of see here and over here. If you look behind it, you can see the wall back there. And it functioned pretty well for that. I used some interior photos that I found online to back up the window, so it looks like there's something inside of it. And Jim had asked about what I was planning to do with it for the new layout, so I included a picture here. This is on my layout that I am building right now. I split the one of the 3-section walls that I had, or 4-section walls that I had, and added it to each side a little bit there. So it's going to be like a low relief structure on this layout. Now, of course, if you use this part of the structure, then you're left with the other 4 parts of it, which are the backside of the Bachmann kit. So I use them as flats also. You can see here, this one and this one are the same. I kind of buried the bottom of this one in some scenery. And this one and this one are the same, except I cut the bottom off of it here with the dock area. I'll also point out the add a unit expandable factory here that's attached to it on the side. That was that's another thing we may talk about. We'll talk about a little bit further on. And you know, some cutouts and decals added for signage onto it. The fire escape came as part of the kit originally, so which is very nicely done. So it's glad to have that. Moving right along, and Jim, you'll tell me when my time is up here.
Okay.
Feel free to let me know when my time's up here.
All right.
Design preservation models. They have a great variety of structure things. These are their modular units. You can buy these. This is one section that you get here that you can see. This is a dock level window. They make them with arched windows. They make them with flat windows and with somewhere in between. And you can buy these in sets of 4 in all sorts of different configurations that you put together. The pilasters are separate. You can buy the dock this way. The cornices are separate. There are a couple of different styles of those. It comes with windows and doors that you can add to it. These are the arched windows instead of the round top windows, which are a little more modern. And again, these are used as a flat against the backdrop. This one is a flat against the front of the building. As you can see, the catenary pole here right next to the side of the layout. This is the front side of the layout. The back of it is just a sheet of plywood. The main reason for this structure to be here is to keep elbows away from this catenary pole here and taking it out, because there's a lot of work goes into putting them there. Let's go a little further. Here's another example. This one on the left here is hiding a corner. You can see where the wall comes here and comes behind it here. It hides where the layout, the track actually ends at a corner there. This is again the round roof sections. The more modern addition over here is the City Classic Smallman Street warehouse. And the tank on the roof is a Plasticville USA water tank that I just used the top of it. And the street for this layout, for this building, is imagined. It's out here in space. Don't be afraid to do that. You know, if you don't want to model the street in front of you, don't have room in front of it, go ahead and model it. This is one of their standalone structures. They also make those. I don't remember which one this one is, but this one is Ray's Bar. My father-in-law, Ray Liebensberger, always wanted to own a bar. Thank God he never did, because I'd probably be still running it at this point. But so I made him one and put it on the layout. This is his bar here. You can't see it here, but out back is parked his Cadillac as well. You can apply the the sign on the Unita Biscuit sign on the building is actually a paper cutout that I sanded and thinned out so that you can see some of the brick come through when you glue it onto the structure. I've since learned a better technique from Jack Ellis of Bar Mills for printing it on tissue paper, and sometime maybe we'll talk about that a little bit. Continuing on with City Classics, this again is the Smallman Street warehouse. I used this one to make a freight house out of it on the layout. Again, it's a low relief structure. There's an aisle behind there, and it sort of hides, for taking photos or looking at the layout, it hides the fact that there's another section over there behind that scene against the wall. Underneath that is a layout where the track goes from one level to another. City Classics also makes a bunch of 10 and 11-story downtown buildings. I used parts of them on the old layout, but they're too tall for this one. They also make the company houses, which are a great starting point for residential models. The one on the left is John Berardi's tailor shop. John Berardi was my tailor until he retired. This is a design preservation storefront attached onto the front of the house, as they did very often in city structures. The one on the right over here is actually, you can't tell the sign here, but it's my brother Fred's law office. I try and keep, go after some friends and family if I can there. The third one became a tourist home, which we'll visit at another time. I think Walthers has come out with this now. They've sell 2 of them. The City Classics kit was for 3. But I think the one that Walthers has, perhaps they bought the City Classics tooling when the owner Jim Sacco passed away a while back. I'm not sure about that. I think but that may be.
Ed,
yeah.
Your time is just about it.
Okay, we'll finish up there then and pick it up next time. All right. Thank you.
Ed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look forward to next time.